Have you ever been in a rush to get ready in the morning but don't know what to do with your hair? Or possibly you have siblings that you needed to braid their hair in the morning? Maybe you've seen the braids people put in their hair, but you think it'd be too hard for you to do. Well, it's not. Anyone can braid their hair. It's one of the easiest styles, and there are so many different variations. Today I will be demonstrating 4 different types of braids: a normal braid, a French braid, a Dutch braid, and a fishtail braid. When braiding hair, it's easiest to have long to medium hair, but short hair can be used also. You may just need some pins to hold the hair in place. A brush is nice to brush out any snarls before you begin braiding hair, and you will also need ponytails to hold the hair in place when you're done. The first braid I'll be demonstrating is a normal braid. For a normal braid, you would simply gather all of the hair and separate it into 3 large groups. From there, you would take one of the sections from the outside and pull it over the middle section. And then you would take the other outside section and pull it over that section. And then again, take the middle section and pull it over the third section. From there, you just repeat that process until you get to the end of the hair. When you're completed with the braid, simply put a ponytail around the end to hold the hair in place. The final braid will look like this. The second braid I'll be demonstrating is a French braid. This one's very similar to a normal braid, except for you would begin at the top of the head with a much smaller section of hair. Once you gather this section, split it into 3 different sections. From there, begin the same as you would a normal braid. You would pull one of the outside layers over to the middle one, and the other outside over top of that one, and then the middle over the third. The variation for this one is once you begin to go again with that beginning section, you would gather a different piece of hair to pull into the section before pulling it over the middle. You would continue this all the way down the head until there's no more hair to gather and you can simply finish the braid. The finished braid would look like this. The third braid I'll be demonstrating is the Dutch braid. This one's very similar to the French braid. You begin with the small section of hair at the top of the head, split it into 3 sections again. The variation for this one is that instead of taking the braid sections over the other section, you would pull it under the other sections as to make it stick off the head when you're doing it. Again, when you get there, begin gathering different sections of hair and pulling them into the braid. The finished look would look like this. The fourth braid I'll be doing is a fishtail braid. This one, you simply take all of the hair and split it into 2 sections, and then beginning on one side, you would grab a small section from the side and pull it into the second section. And you continue this all the way throughout the hair until you get to the bottom section, just pulling one section from each side over to the other section over top of each other. This is what the concluded look would look like. Now, there's no need to stress about a hairstyle in the morning because you know the simple steps to creating a normal French, Dutch, and fishtail braid. Styling your hair into one of these 4 braids will take less than a few minutes. Once you master the basics, you may even go on to try harder variations of these.